Hey guys, it's Average and welcome back to the channel. And we're here in snowy New Zealand, because it's weird because it's the summer down there. Shush, that doesn't matter. We're going to go fly a rocket propelled DC3. Why? Because it's going to be hilarious. Yes, this is the Got Friends DC3 expansion that came out a year or so ago for the 40th anniversary. However, this is one that came along later. I don't remember when they released this specifically, but this is the Giotto equipped ski-fitted DC3. So we're going to go skiing with a rocket-propelled DC3. This can't be made better. I mean, look at those things. Let's have a look at the back of the plane here. We go outside, go down here. As soon as the camera wants to behave itself, there we go. Yeah, look at this. Big Giotto bottles, aka rockets, strapped to the side of our DC3. And probably the biggest skis you'll see on an aeroplane. Yes, those are skis. They get fit to the regular wheels of a DC3. You can see the battery cart is in there as the battery door has been dropped down. And we're here at Glentana in New Zealand. And we're about to go have some fun at Mount Cook. Because this just seems like a brilliant idea that's definitely not a terrible plan. At all. It's going to be great. Technically we could reuse the Giottos repeatedly and the button's there. So it'll be great fun. And we're going to have a blast. So, avionics off first, batteries on. We're going to make sure we have our boosters enabled here. We're going to make sure our fuel tanks are selected. There we go, right main there. Now I'm going to switch the cowl flaps to open. And then we're going to set them to trail. Is that one going to trail? It has got a trail. There we go. So open. And then to trail. And that should mean both sets of flaps are not operating because the hydraulics are off. That's dumb. They'll open when the hydraulics are on. That's fine. So we'll crack our window open here just so we can hear what's going on. And we'll make sure everything is good and operational. I know you're meant to be able to use this. I always forget how to make the manual hydraulic lever function because I can never make it do it. No, we want those on. Let's close that down. So there's the fire extinguishers. That's the fire extinguisher. We would have closed that door down. And I could have sworn there's a way to actually use the manual hydraulic pump. You never know. It's always one of those things. Right, so let's make sure. Let's get that set there. Let's make sure these are set where we want them to be. Okay, so everything's good to go there. Mags are set to off currently, which is fine. We're going to basically turn over. Now, unfortunately, this is kind of set up wrong now. Because if you'll notice here, you can only go mesh. There's no left-right mesh on this button. For some reason, it does it on both. So, it's one of those quirks of this being not the Realism version. I think it's because I have the Realism mod installed. Although the Realism mod does not work on this variant. So, they've made it a separate model now. Which is what it is. It's okay. It still flies really well. But, essentially, we can't do a proper, fully realistic start as we necessarily would. So, we're going to go to... See, yeah, it goes to, like, sound... It's like it's meshing already. As it spools up there. Spin up the Energizer. Okay, that should be enough there. Okay. And we'll do the same thing on the right one. Get ourselves so cylinders turned over, move the oil around. There's the prop. Okay. Oh, we have to do it that way, sorry. You have to click the button all the way down. Okay, mesh the starter off there. Cool. So we're good in that regard. So now let's get it spun up properly. Okay, spin that one up. Give it time. Mags are going to be on this time. Ignition's also on. How's about a little bit of motion lotion? Yeah, it starts up way too easily. Way too easily. But it's without the Duckworks mod. The Duckworks mod, if you like your radial aircraft, is a highly recommended add-on. I use it on my DC3 flying all the time. It's great. It's realistic. Everything behaves as it should. But we're flying this one for the Giotto bottles. Pure and simple. Come on. Did that start as well? It did not start as well. Oh. Because I actually hadn't boosted it. Oh, it started for some reason by itself. Go figure. There we go, it's spinning up. Wonderful. So let's get this set as we need to be. And we'll get this closed over so we've got a little bit of quietness. There we go. Right, flaps will be to first notch there. Let's make sure that we have our trim a little bit nose down. Tip for flying the DC3 is you want to have a little bit of nose down on takeoff. Because otherwise you'll find she tends to get a little bit leery. So I tend to go for one notch there of nose down trim. Keeps the thing on the ground. So obviously as we're here, we're going to have to get backed out of this spot. So hitting my microphone buttons there. Let's try not do that. Hit Shift P to get ourselves pushed back, because we'd be turned around obviously if this was real life. Not sitting here facing nose in. So we're going to be flying up to 2 spots today, up in the mountains of on the glacier here leading up to Mount Cook. One research outpost and then a final one up on the glacier itself. And we're going to go ski flying in a big ass DC3, which can't be a terrible idea at the slightest. Okay, this is taking forever. We're going to try a different method here, the DC3 method. So we're going to go throttle down right, up left. Hold the brake. And round we go. Whoa, hello. Worked a little too well, that. And we're not actually even using the rudder. Watch this. There we go. Just using differential thrust on the engine, and we've somehow tucked ourselves into the hangar door. Great. Can I get the wing out of there is the question. This impressive dumbassery on my part. Oh no. No, we'll hope it just goes through the wall. It does. Wonderful. Okay. We'll pretend that didn't have to happen. So let's get my head switched on here. And we'll get ourselves taxied out to the runway. Now we get to try out the JATO, which should be hilarious. You know what? It's the week before Christmas. We're here to have some fun. And what sounds like more fun than a DC3 with a JATO bottle strapped to its ass? This feels like the old Darwin Award story of the Air Force Master Sergeant or Technical Sergeant who strapped a bunch of JATO bottles to his Cadillac and decided to go try and break a land speed record. And did, into a cliff. Come on, stop, please, brake, stop, stop, stop. Stop, please, brake, stop, please, really? There we go. Jesus. Mary, mother of chocolate cake. Alright. This is a great start to things. An absolutely great start. We'll be fine once we're in the air. And we're going to get in the air the best way possible. Fast. Okay. Power coming up. Flaps are set. Whee! Whoa! Oh god! Wow! Okay. Fast. That is fast. Wow. So it has thrust, and it will turn itself off after you've exhausted the bottles, essentially. So we'll pull those flaps in there, and we'll start heading north. And as you can see, our airspeed's already pretty good. So, this appears to be a very successful method. Landing on the glacier will be a little more difficult, but we'll make it work. So, there is that. Wow! That was gnarly. Okay, those are trailing. Let's have a look at our numbers right now. We're green. A little bit at the old temperature now, because this is the stock one. It has 2 options, open and trail. And we want to be on trail, technically, for this, but we should be able to open it and reduce it to numbers we actually want. But we're still in the green. We're okay. We're just a bit warm on the old temperature. We'll just monitor. If it goes much above that green arc, we'll pay attention. So for now, it's okay where it is. Carb air temperature is pretty low. So, as soon as I get myself trimmed out here, we'll sidle over here and we'll set the carb levers. Oh, we have carb heat as... This is why I like the Duckworks one, because this gives us more than just A or B. As you'll notice there, the carb temperature's coming up. Which one's the lock? Oh, that's the lock. Yeah, so we have on or off, basically, with the carb heat levers. So you'll notice there our carb temperatures come up to normal, as it should be. And, yeah... We'll leave those open for the time being. So we should be able to have those off and actually have them set to where we want them to angle-wise, and it should be okay. Power I should have pulled back a while ago and I haven't, because I've been too excited having fun. So we'll drop our props back into the range we want to be in. I've been too much paying attention to that. Okay. Okay, we're in the correct power setting now, as we were meant to be the whole time. This should bring our oil temps down a little bit, but not too dramatically. There's some beautiful scenery. Like I said, it's summer down here right now, but we're not paying attention to that because that is complicating the issue. We're not worried about that. We're going to pretend it's the middle of winter, and this is July. It's not. It's December. It should be lovely. But we're pretending. Shush. Don't tell the Hobbit people. We'll be okay. Right, so we'll pass the terminal lake down here. We should be able to find our way up towards... Should be that ridgeline up ahead there. I believe the research station is just in kind of that nook over that side, so we should be okay here. And it'll take us up to the research spot for us. But as we stand, we're doing just fine. Yeah, it feels very weird flying this without the various enhancements of the Duckworks mod, which really do make it a lot more fun. And if you are having trouble yourself, by the way, with DC3, and you don't know how to use the autopilot in it, might I direct your attention over here. See this? Left, this direction. Oh, sorry, rear. Left engine hydraulic system and right engine hydraulic system. Forward, left is gyro pilot and right is to the hydraulic system. So click the hub there, wiggle it, click it back in place. That selects the hydraulic system to be not on the redundancy of both options, basically being the hydraulics, which is what you want for takeoff and landing to provide redundancy. Obviously when you're in the air, one of them will provide hydraulic and one of them goes to the autopilot functions, which now we can use. Nice and simple. Okay. So we are right now climbing still about 1,000 feet a minute. We're coming up on 8,000 feet, so we're climbing pretty stiffly right now. I'm going to pull these back into auto lean. And I'm pretty sure the... How do I make you go away? I know there's a click spot for it somewhere. Where that is, I always forget. So the supercharger levers by default do nothing, apparently. Again, I know in the Duckworks one they do. So it's a bit of a rude awakening to have to kind of learn what actually functions for what in this. Oil temps are slightly banging the green right now, so that's good. And the light conditions just changed a little bit. That changed quite a bit all of a sudden. Right. So, if I could tell, yeah, that nook in the side there, that little valley shooting off is our destination. So I'm going to bring the power back here and bring our nose down. Bush flying in a DC3, this is going to be entertaining. Because we're landing on snow in a landing area. Something designed for cubs and twin otters and other such aircraft, not monsters like this. So it's going to be real interesting, that's for sure. I'm completely okay with it. Will I do a Will It Bush episode with the F-14 at some point? If you're lucky, I'll do one for Christmas Day. If you're lucky, I will make one for Christmas, okay? I am heading to Scotland for 4 days this week, 5 days this week to see family. So this video is going out while I'm already in Scotland. So you'll have to be careful. Right, where are we? It's one of these spots. Or is it over there to the left? It's over here. Yeah, that's it. That's the area I think we're landing in, right here. Yes. So this is going to get interesting for sure. Right, let's bring this power back here. Okay. Everything's looking good. Carb temperature's dropping even though the carb air heat's on full. So we're in rather cold conditions right now. Yeah, there's a research station on the hillside there. This is our landing zone. So I'm thinking I'm going to want to drop around to this right-hand side and look at my options to approach. So full fine on the pitch. Power up here. We're going to fly across and around and then set up for an approach is the goal. So we'll come in here, we'll take a look at what we've got to work with, then we'll set up. We'll have to do a quick orbit around, but it'll be okay. This is where you really have to be careful. Something this big, you have to be really careful. Also, that needs to get set back to neutral. Boost pumps should have been off after takeoff. I left them on because I've been talking to you guys, but I'd want them back on for takeoff and landing anyway, so we're okay there. Yeah, there's the research station. You can see it right there. This is our landing zone. So we're going to circle in here, head over the ridge, and we'll clear out. We sent the Gremlin. We sent him out onto the wing to refit the J2 bottles, so we have new ones. Or we'll do it when we land, actually, technically. Okay, this is what we'll be looking at for landing. So I'll be approaching over this grey patch here. And it looks relatively smooth down there. In fact, I see what looks to be a patch there with a ridge line. There is. Yeah, you see that dark patch there? Here? That looks like our option. Helicopter at the end of it. Okay, that works. Full power. We're going to pull out of this. What's my speed looking like? We're good. Yippee-ki-yay! Let's go around. Power back. Now we know we've made it. Okay. Hey, someone's got to deliver all the presents to all these scientists up at these research locations. That's the important part of this, is they get their presents, okay? Okay. Right. Time for something extremely stupid. Okay, bringing that down. Power's coming back. We'll begin circling around shortly. We'll do it now in a descending spiral. There we go. Bring the nose round. The final destination up the actual glacier will be a lot easier. It's a big, wide space. We just have to be very careful of running out of altitude at high airspeed at high altitude, because we're going to be in a really rough situation of not having a lot of chance to go around. Where are we? There we are. We're a bit low, so we're going to try and maintain here. Okay, nose still coming round. Gears coming out. We're bordering on slow as well. We need to bring that up. So half flaps. Gears traversing. There's our rough base leg here. Head towards the ridgeline. We'll turn parallel with it, and we should be able to drop ourselves in. Let's maintain that. Need more speed. Okay. Let's drop the nose down a little bit. Engine power up. Carpeet's cold. This is really stupid. Landing zone is in sight. So deceptive with all this white out the window. Really deceptive. Dropping the nose down. Power's coming back. Rolling in. 3/4 flaps. There's that ridge we saw in the snow between the rock patch and the research station. I can't see the helicopter yet, which marks our destination direction. Power on. It's like landing on a carry deck. There she is. Oh, we're off sync quite a lot. Slide her in a little bit of a slip here. We're slipping a DC3 with skis. This is just completely fine. Ah, I can feel it starting to stall on me. Power, 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 power. Keep the nose, keep the nose, keep the nose, keep the nose. I can't see the ground. I can't see the ground. Not well. There we are. Bouncing on the snow, not ideal. There's the chopper. We're okay, we're okay. Obviously we can't brake, so we're having to hold power here. Wow! That was a harrowing hair experience. Oh, this is blindingly white out here. Wow! Whew. Okay. Let's turn around here so we actually stop. Probably a bit too much. That's a ledge. Okay, we'll stop parallel to the slope, but we should be okay. Totally wouldn't snap the gear off at all. What do you mean? Okay. Alright, let's let them unload the supplies here. It's been very much shaken and stirred. See, for some reason the retrofit cargo version is a passenger variant. Not sure why, but there you go. So we have a passenger compartment apparently. And the Goblin will replace our Jato bottles whilst we're on the ground here. And whilst we're unloading all their Christmas presents, and then we'll get ourselves turned around here and we'll head off down the slope we're actually sitting on. Which we did actually land on. And we'll get ourselves out of here. Now that was scuffy, but leaving here should be a lot easier. I actually wouldn't need Jato bottles to get out of this. But we are at, we see 7,000 feet. So, we're going to use them for fun. So flaps are 1-notch flaps. We're on auto lean there. We are technically rolling, so we're going to power on. Whee! Look at how quickly this thing gets up. And it's away. Gear in transition. Flaps coming up. And we're already up and clear. That is insane power. Obviously, we wouldn't be carrying extra Jato bottles on us for a flight like this, but it's cool to be able to pretend. This thing gets airborne like a super cub with these things attached to it. Right, power back to 30. Let's put the props back as well. And we'll head up the glacier towards our final stop here. Up at Saddle Hut on the top of the mountain. Let's make sure those are on again. That's the lock. How do I get over there? That's what we wanted. Wonderful. Okay. So, let's keep ourselves on track. We need to be swinging around this way. And I believe we have to hop over this ridge line ahead of us. I think we do. We do. We'll give it a bit more oomph here onto climb power. Yeah, we'll cross this ridge line and we'll get us... Oh no, it's coming up and circling across here. So, we're on track. As far as I'm aware. Yes, because this hooks around to the right. In fact, according to this, we're only about a minute away. So, we should be good. But this will be a bit trickier because we'll have a lot less power to pull around if we have to. You saw how close we came to stalling there. And just how dangerous it is flying into these kind of conditions because you can't see much. And with an aircraft with limited visibility like this one, it's going to be really tricky because I have to land, you know, pretty level really if I want to make a good landing. And I don't really want to three-point it. This, though, is... it's tricky at higher altitudes. At sea level, it'd be a lot easier. There's the hut right there. You see that up on the hill? So our landing zone is here. We're going to make a fairly high-speed pass, and then we'll circle around and make our approach. But our goal is to establish where we need to basically set up for. I'm going to pull the power back and descend us in. Because we've got way too much speed right now descending. We're about 8,500 feet. I see a black mark of the snow there ahead of us. The rocks there mark the research location, the hut site up there. Working out my landing zone is going to be the tricky part with how hard it is to see anything. power back on here. We'll give ourselves a lot of room on the power so we don't end up basically choked out in that regard. So that black mark there is a reference. I'm not sure it's the reference, but it's a reference. I see the helicopter. I see a lot of snow. Oh, it's a random building. Thank you, Flight Sim. I see snow. I don't see a specific runway. Oh dear. Well, there's a frickin' porter. You know what? I might land across the ridgeline up here. That might give us a better option. We'll circle around and we'll start to make a plan here. You know what, Goblin? Out you get. Climb out there on the wings. We're going to refit the J2 bottles now. Just in case I need them for emergency. Oh, screw this. We're out of here. Which might be more necessary than you think for this one. So there's a helicopter down below. There's the hut up top. There's the one behind it. So we're going to try and use this as a marker here and head up that way. It's our goal. Whether it works or not doesn't matter. Gears coming down. Power is on. We're going to need power to turn around at this altitude. Just shy of 8,000 feet and we're in a tightish glacier. Make our lives trickier. It does feel like I'm flying a very different DC3 though to the Duckworks model. Very different. I know it has to be. It's the version that has the J2 for fun on it. It's just like the big float one. They're not meant to be insanely realistic, but they're fun. Okay. Too much bank angle. Bring more rudder in. First notch flaps. Where's our reference? There's our reference. We're a bit high. All I can see is white. Okay. We're gonna have to eyeball this, I think. Let's moderate my descent rate here. We're climbing, actually. The ground's just coming up to meet us. Way too slow, way too slow, way too slow. We are wheels down. Ridge coming up ahead of us. This might help us slow down. Oh, there we go. A little bit of... There we go. Let's get ourselves turned up the hill. Power, 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 power. Pull us onto this flat plateau. Oh, there we go. Come on, baby. There we go. Now, because this trick should be a lot of fun. Oopsie, did I just do that? Really? Oopsie, did I? Did I shut down my engines? Did I? Let's go! Are we dead stick taking off in a DC3? We absolutely effing are. Gear coming up. Flaps coming up. Why am I doing this? Because I can. We're gaining airspeed still. It's not going to be enough to keep us in the air the whole time, but we're doing it. I should probably start the engine, shouldn't I? I should probably start the engines. Can I unfeather that? Come on, that's it. Good girl. Sweaty noises, sweaty noises, sweaty noises. Sweaty noises. Sweaty noises. we've got one engine. No, stay off for now. Whew. Okay, we've got some power. It's asymmetric, but we've got some power. Boom, because it's not exactly a super realistic start on this. Whew, okay. Sweaty noises are no longer a problem as we pull away. Well, guys, so we've made the first DC3 glider. We took off without actually having any engine power because skis and a glacier are a hilariously good combination. Jato bottles are fantastic fun. DC3s with skis can very well be amazing bush planes, and more importantly, whee! Because this is way too much fun to have in a DC3. Look at this thing go! It's like a rocket ship. Oh! Jato. Now I know why the military love it. Oh. Thank you for watching, guys. I'll see you all soon. Bye!